hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this is an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. Is those Giants shot the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long. As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake, Darnold. He tucks it and takes off.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. It gave him just enough room to run.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Now they send their back in motion right. He's going to run for it. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Now first down only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Running back sent in motion. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Pressure comes, and there's no place to go. The Patriots got him. This defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
Third down, Pat's going with a few extra defensive backs this time. 3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
First down, Seattle.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Walker on first down. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tracked down by Roberts Delayed.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Darnold has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Walker trying to run for the first. Runs around him, he's got space. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving. Brock pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Time to start the scoring in this Super Bowl, partner. We've got 1st and goal. Running with Walker again. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the game. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Walker will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it 4th and goal. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. A very short kick here from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Certainly not the amount of points they wanted when they began this drive, and certainly when they got into scoring territory, but it's always nice to look up in a Super Bowl and have a lead.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Travion Henderson. He's brought down just inside the 25. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs, and it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
First down throw for May. He keeps it and takes off. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
May on 1st and 10. He finds Diggs right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
There's a big count once again by Diggs. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Off the play action, May. Diggs there to bring it in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. May now from the gun. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Third and long. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
So now on 4th down, Andres Borregales leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Now in the first half.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Young on the return. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. And he'll go out of bounds well into enemy territory. Looks like he's right around the 40-yard line.
10 times, Kate. The kickoff's been brought back for a touchdown in the greatest game of the year 10 times. And for a moment, I think we all thought we were watching number 11. That certainly was a Super Bowl moment and a great return, even if it didn't reach the end zone.
So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The Patriots adding an extra defensive back out there for this third down. Running back motions right. Going with a quick pass out wide. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too.
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Hand off to Walker from the gun. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Throwing here, Darnold. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks break the tie here in the first. Cooper Kupp the touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Patriots 3. Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded by Henderson. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hoped that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
Motion man sent left. Starting on the ground with Henderson. Shoots away from one. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. First down, May. He'll get it complete to Travion Henderson. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Dropped to the ground by Nick Emanwari.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Hits him on the out route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a New England first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
May looking to throw. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Henderson here from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Sticking with Henderson. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
May now on 3rd down. Henry on the catch. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a New England first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On play action, here's May. He's in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots trim the lead to 1. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots tie things 10-10. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
New set of downs for them from the 31. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Seattle.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Now Darnold off the play action. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. This gets down to about the 36-yard line. That was Harold Landry making the tackle.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Second down now, 7 to go. To throw, here's Darnold. He has it at the 5. And they're going to have first and goal when we begin our second quarter. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They've got first and goal to work with. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Heads out on the bootleg. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's third and goal. Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on fourth down. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Myers' kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. That's some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May are ready to go once more on offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First down now, ball at the 33. It's Henderson on the give. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
They put a receiver in motion right. First down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Patriots will have a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. The give now to Henderson. Running in the red zone. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Patriots.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. The give inside to Stevenson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's May. And he has it in the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots take a second quarter lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Corey Gallis on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots take a 4-point lead.
17, Seahawks 13.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Shaheed now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Seahawks stop headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Starting this drive with a design run. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Seahawks.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First and 10, Darnold. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Darnold. Here's a screen out for Walker. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Patriots into the dime, third down. Here he goes, third and long. this one down to the 37. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
First down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Walker now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. And get forward about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 6-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And he hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Walker off his own read. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Darnold now to throw. We're on him quick there. They bring him to the turf. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold to throw. Has some room to work. He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
On 3rd and goal, Darnold. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a 2nd quarter lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3.
Seahawks 20, Patriots 17.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Henderson's going to take this straight ahead. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
So that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try the right side. Here's Henderson. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed 1, but they're going to lose 1 on that play. It's 4th down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Baringer to do the honors. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there, and some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long, they're going to throw. Connection made to Shaheed. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30. That's a pickup of 9. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Darnold. Connects on the crosser. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
In the hands of his running back, Walker. Down the sideline inside the 40. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. It's caught. Warner. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. And again, it's Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Cooper caught the intended receiver. So it's going to be third and short coming up.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
He tries to sneak it. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's a short gain of 1. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. Seeing this plenty, Shaheed has another one. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks making a 9-point advantage. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game.
Seahawks 27, Patriots 17.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded by Henderson. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. New set of downs for him from the 31. Henderson on first and 10. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. To the air on first down, May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's May. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. May now from the gun. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Trying an inside give to Henderson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. Throws caught. And this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now on 4th down, Andres Borregales leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. Borregales connects, and that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Hey, facing a deficit, it's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room. They will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Young on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following his efforts. The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. They're up by 7. Let's see if they choose to rest on that and just go into the locker room. New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10, Darnold. A throw right side, finds Cobb. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Darnold looking to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game. So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway.
Jason Myers.
Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. Fielded by Henderson. He dodged the tackle. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. The Patriots offense out there to start this third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Staying on the ground here with Henderson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So Brock, that means third down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
May now to throw on third. On the left side. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. Running for it, it's Henderson. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a 1st on 4th down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Sticking with Henderson. No question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Passing it to Henderson. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. And I'm looking for that to be called again.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd and 1. Here's May. High out wide. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Roy Gallis on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots cut it to a field goal game.
Patriots 27.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Young on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks offense running out now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold on to play action. Finds him over the middle. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All set to go now from the 35. Walker on 1st down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Play fake, Darnold. To the left and pulled in by Cobb. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He completes it in traffic. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Running back sent in motion left. Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Garner's got it. Complete. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 33. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Darnold. It's caught. Garner. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Walker trying to run for the first. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Marcus Jones on the tackle. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Running with Walker again. And he found some running room for a nice gain. He gets him 9 yards, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the 1st down run often leads to 2nd down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
Walker does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
I think I can see that sideline considering the challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks make it a 9-point advantage. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game.
37. Patriots 27.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Fielded by Henderson. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Henderson on his own lead. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. May off the play fake. We'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Completed over the middle. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. He manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
From the gun, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. Connection made to Shaheed. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They got 21 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
The Seahawks first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10, Darnold. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Here's Darnold to throw. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. They'll air it out on third. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
19 yards. First down, Seattle.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I love that jet sweep for so many different reasons, Kate. But I really love when you get your athlete coming across, building up speed, so you can take off once that edge is set. He cuts it upfield, turns that type of run into a highlight reel run.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Here's a screen now for Walker. And all we can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Darnold. Stepping up, and he's going to run. He slides down inside the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Walker. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
To throw, here's Darnold. Catch made. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. And as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead.
44. Patriots 27.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Fielded by Henderson. Escapes the defender. And he's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Patriots offense all set to go. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. It's Henderson on the give. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. To the air on first down, May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a New England first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Hard to believe, but just one quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Patriots football, and if they want a record 7th title, they need to get things back to level. First and 10 now from the 46. To throw, here's May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First down, May. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, they need 7. They've got a man in motion. Quick throw completed by May. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
At the 23-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Again, it's May. Finds his man over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing again, it's May. Who finds his running back, Henderson. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
May now on third down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So now on fourth down, Andres Borregalis leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Borregalis connects, and the gap closes to 14 points.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
Now Borregalis on to send it away. Shaheed now to return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Seahawks stop headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
He's still going at the 30. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Seattle.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
From the red zone now. He can run it. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They give up the gut to Walker. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that first down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Toss play, this is Walker. And he takes this one in for a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks have likely locked up the win right there. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21.
Seahawks 51, Patriots 30.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Jukes away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Patriots and Stephon Diggs getting set for this next offensive possession. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 25-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Stevenson with another carry. He's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's third down now.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and just 2 to go. There he is on third and short. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Complete to Diggs out left. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Here's made in the air. Running a screen for Stevenson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this second and inches. The give inside to Stevenson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a New England first down.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
May on first and 10. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. May looking to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds before he's going to make anything of that effort, partner. Going to be a loss of it looks like about 1 on first down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. Second down. May now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They'll throw, third and long. That one complete to Diggs. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Putting a receiver in motion. First down throw for May. And he has it in the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Corey Gallis on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots get it back to a 14-point game.
Patriots 37.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Young on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Now an inside give to Walker. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
3rd down. Pat's going with a few extra defensive backs this time. 3rd and long for him here. Look at that power. Deep left side. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had. Not against this defense. Not on that one.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Here's New England ready once again on offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. Here's May on 1st and 10. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
That's interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Running it after the penalty. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They go again with Stevenson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard
Hey, look,
line.
any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop, we're going to say about the 37-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
This is second and 6 coming up. From the gun, it's May. Put the body on the line for his team. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a New England first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Number 8, Stephon Diggs. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Seahawks 14-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. Here's May again. This one's caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. To the air yet again, May escapes the... And they take this in for the score. The Patriots now within one score in the fourth. Drake made the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
Roy Gallis on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Patriots 44.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Young on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Drive begins with a walker run. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the fourth. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play.
30-yard line.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
It's a gain of 4.
So we do get a timeout from the defense just before the 2-minute warning. So one more play before we reach that break. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. He's back to throw. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Seahawks feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. The quick pass out long. And he gets the Seahawks first down, Brock. And that should finish off this win for him. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
First down, Seahawks.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. It's a quarterback run here. And then their first appearance in over a decade, Brock. I know we're both excited about this one. The Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for a second time. This is what we all hope every year when we get to this point, Brock. We hope for the drama. We hope that the game lives up to the big stage that it was played on. Close at the end. Really just 1 or 2 moments in there that decided who was going to be the team waiting to receive the trophy.